What's up YouTube, COD4Man221 here, and welcome back to our part of the United Kingdom campaign of Hearts Iron 4. In the last part we had we could call it a failed invasion up here. To try to knock out the Soviets once and for all. And we also nuked a lot of this area, including the airport here. And one thing I've noticed is that we have lost some convoys over here. Now, I don't think these were my units. But we have some enemy close air support naval bombers. However, if we look at the area here, we are opposed to them, but we're losing our air fighters. First of all, they also need to be on normal operations. They need to do a patch where they make it normal operations all the time. There's no need to have fight to the death on all the time. You could put that on if you need. So these 600 fighters, I'm going to transfer over here now that we've captured it. So that'll help give us, they'll be able to cover this whole area now. So these guys, their next invasion is going to be Iwo Jima. Now, I don't know how many Japanese guys there are going to be on Iwo Jima, but if I could stage on Iwo Jima and, have this area of Russia here, I think I could do a good job being able to take out the Japanese. Okay, let's get the game started back up here. And I noticed that I have some ships on low strength, but they are returning. Some my home fleet is returning with my battleships to heal these units up. Basically, they're gonna get them repaired. And we have dockers. I'm sure we have a lot of free stuff currently. But you can see it's all damaged. Doesn't really matter. Same thing with our factories. Like, they're damaged. So yeah, we are working on trying to get our carrier fighters and naval bombers. We're getting producing a bunch of those. Same thing with our jet fighters, and I have a comment here. We will soon be able to make whatever our next tank is, the Centurion, which is an awesome name for a tank, I do have to say. Yeah, they're definitely after me. I'll tell you that. Okay, so we have 605 fighters. They are focusing on the East China Sea. Hopefully we can shoot down the close air support. Now, I do want to make this wing. I know there's a way to reorganize the wing. Yes, let's... Okay, cool. So I just want to move over 5. Okay, so these 5 fighters, I'm going to send them down to the Philippines here. And that way, we lost 7 fighters. We shot down a bunch of enemy support planes. That way, they'll have no real issue here with multiple airplanes at this base. Let's look at our current construction here. We're currently just repairing a bunch of buildings that have been damaged. And look at that, we're shooting down enemy planes. Yeah, our jets should have no issues with any of these German planes. I lost 3 carrier-type fighters. Yeah, we need to clean this area up here. They took out my destroyer here too. It's amazing how good naval bombers actually can be. These guys have no strength. Maybe we can push. 3% strength. I literally have no attack here. So I'm definitely hoping that our naval invasion here, which will be ready in about 50 days, yeah, 40 days, we'll be able to help free that up. And look at all these Iranian forces here. These guys may actually, I think they'll actually return back to Iran. And look at all these losses I'm taking here. And that's almost 700k here. 660k reserves. Thankfully, we're just basically reinforcing units here. And then, oh yes, one of you gave me some good tip. These guys were on reserves, I think. So that's why these guys weren't training very well. But now they're training, so I think I either switched that around, or one of you guys gave me that advice. I think I had them on reserves, so that is I'm going to update that. I don't need anyone on the kind of getting nothing here. I'm also training, probably because I'm training a bunch of these horse guys, which do take a little bit. And paratroopers, I'm also training some of those to try to land them on Japan. I will need transport planes, though, which I don't think you can research. They're just there. I think you just have to build them. Because they'd be under here somewhere. Yeah, I don't really see very many people use the heavy fighters. I've been watching other people's Let's Plays, and it's not even really that. And we do have nukes, so keep that in mind, Japan. We actually have 26, and you bet I won't hesitate to use them. Destroy Japanese infrastructure. So these guys right over here, I'm going to send them... Okay, supplies are horrible all throughout this area, so I might as well... I'm just going to bring them down to South Korea, actually, because I know since we're at war, I think I might be able to launch an invasion from South Korea into Japan also. Yeah, we're going to completely be sapped of all strength here. So these guys will probably die, which isn't good. Really, this 8th Army. Oh, when do you guys want me to rename this, actually? Let me just pull it up here on my phone. You told me earlier to rename it, and then... I mean, I don't have to. There's something about Captain Price here. I think, yeah, well, I'll find it here during this part. He said, name the 7th Armor, and I think that was... He wanted to make a little, I like Call of Duty too, so we'll name this, you want it to be Price something, so I'll name it, you know, Price is, I'm going to stick with the 8th Army, just because that's what it historically was, Montgomery's 8th Army in Africa, the Desert Rats. But at least we're not taking any attrition, just hanging out in the Soviet Union. It's really, I'm amazed how long these guys have held out, look at that. 90% towards capitulation here. But stuff happens, right? And what about you? You're much shorter here. This guy, we need naval superiority over here. I was looking at my home fleet, actually. Over here. And we have literally have a ton of we have 160 submarines. So, you bet we're going to go right here. We're going to start sinking Japanese ships. And put these guys on the coast of Japan. So we'll get our ships over here. That'll give us some superiority. We have no issues with superiority along here. We just need the execution. I'm surprised at how weak the Japanese have actually been. And what's actually weak, because China's not at war with the Soviet Union and I can't call them to arms. I can invite them to my faction, but they're in their own faction. Yeah, Kentai Shek. Oh, jeez, I'm mispronouncing it. Kentai Shek, I think that's how you say his name, was the leader of the peoples. Well, this is Mao Zedong, but he was the leader of Republic China. The Republican, the Nash. He was, you know, the Nat. They basically weren't the communists here. Okay, free research slots. In fact, we have 2 of them. I don't think at this point it's really even worth getting Marines. We're not gonna be doing a ton of island hopping. I think we're gonna research the night vision. That'll give our units some good stuff over here. Landing graph is all researched. I think I might. We're 3 years ahead of time. Even with the half off, that's not worth it. Let's get a better recon. That will definitely not hurt to have some better recon companies. Same thing when I get this this last land doctrine done. Okay, 5 days, guys. I'm gonna launch our invasion, and here, the Philippine seas. Oh, okay. So my fleet, that has a ton of ships here. My subs. Give them these 3 seas here. Japan is operating a rather large naval force here. Yeah, you can see they have a ton of carriers, cruisers, destroyers. I'm actually surprised the United States has not done a good enough job here. They have all these ships, but I don't really see them operating. They have a ton of troops here, too. Okay, we said we were going to research some more of these support things. Oh, I like the extra suppression of the military police. But, more importantly, we need to get the entrenchment. Oh, our units defend. Look at that. The Soviets are actually, the American, we're so out of supplies up here, but the Soviets have no manpower. All the units are such low strength here. One of the worst possible... Okay, nice. Our invasion can move. I was going to say, one of the worst possible things would be that the Soviet Union decides to capitulate before I get my units there after being over here the whole time. After prepping our naval invasion. There's a large force here, so hopefully we'll grab the port, we'll free up these guys. Actually, we're grabbing the area next to the port. The Vanguard class. How's our aircraft carrier? Aircraft carriers, research, destroyers. I need to be V class. I need to make sure I'm researching that. Land doctrine is done. Oh, we do the military police now. Why not? They sunk one of my convoys. I have 507. Oh, no, these units are okay over here. I'm actually rather... Don't we have a massive naval superiority or air superiority in the East China Sea here? Let's go for the month. We've shot down... How did I lose a bomber? I guess that was one of my AA. Oh, okay. Yeah, they lost 50. We've shot down 80 of their fighters over here. Yeah, it's definitely a long invasion we had to plan over here. A decent invasion route. Let's see, we have South Africans in Monty's army. We have some Canadians. Surprisingly, these guys are just all regulars. Not really any big veterans here. They're not a single one, actually. I guess that's what happens when you're fighting like a large front war here. I mean, even, yeah, the Iranians are pretty weak also here. Yeah, that army. So that's the plan. Collapse Soviet Union, get some nice bases, plan an invasion. The United States, however, has invaded down here. Soviet Union's territory. Hope they know that's my territory, so they shouldn't get used to it. I've lost a couple convoys, but none of my units have been actually killed, which is very good. They probably are hurting in strength, though. So my cavalry, when it lands, is going to cut these guys off over here. I'll make a little link. Okay, and these 20 divisions will attack, and we will kill this one division that has 3 health here. And we even... Oh, we don't have any Mountaineers, that's right. Mountaineers are such great units. I mean, it's not that the bonuses in the mountains are just so important. Oh, look at that terrain. It's killing our movement. Yeah, these guys could actually... Look at that. It says minus 60. Yeah, we're going to push these guys back. So we should grab the port, and that should help us. More naval results down here. Japan, 2 battleships, 2 carriers, and 4. Awesome. Good job, Admiral Willis. 5 cruisers sunk, 2 carriers, and 2 battleships. Take that, Japan. Okay, sir, you may execute your invasion of Iwo Jima. Okay, great news. We have a port, but still no real supplies. Okay, we're going to have to get ourselves some supplies here. These guys can stop. Look at that. No supplies whatsoever. So we need... So we just have too many units here? Is that the issue here? Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make your front line. Alright, I want to if I capture the city, that will probably actually... The Soviets capitulate. They're at 99%. Come on, Soviets. It's August 1946. The Japanese haven't been nuked yet. I'm still repairing all these factories here. Now, did that airbase give us... Is this airbase... This airbase is still wrecked, I think. I'm actually going to bump us up to our construction queue here. So it's the airbase... There's a lot of damaged things here, that's for sure. Tripoli is still damaged. These things slowly repair themselves, actually. Honestly, it's not like we're going to need the airbase too much longer here anyway. Okay, I now have a great U.S. forces are going to add to our... Oh, the U.S. might actually invade Japan, too. They've landed some units over here. How's Iwo Jima going? Easily taken. Good job, boys. Okay, sir. Your next invasion order is going to be up here. Oh, I wish you could actually, like, drag... We don't own some of that. Yeah, we don't own a whole lot of that, actually. And this is the Japanese mainland with no ports. Our organization is being zapped because of the no supply out here. So it's definitely gonna... I'm gonna need to build up the infrastructure here. So the Centurion is now done. Let's look at the improved anti-tank. Let's switch over our production here. Can use some of our experience. Give it a lot of armor, main gun, engine, and then we'll give it a bunch of reliability, which... Awesome. So that's the Centurion. Begin making Mark 1. Didn't even switch over my mechanized from earlier. Oh, hello. So Union has capitulated. Okay, so I have the most points by a ton. So the way this works, at least the way I think it works, is that I can take as much territory and stuff as I want, as long as I'm greater than 392 for the United States. So one of the things I really want is this coast here. I want this territory mainly for invasions. Okay, so we have that. I don't care about Mongolia. I like how it's like German Reich. It's showing the world before I took it over. I don't really care about any of these areas here. I could change their... I don't want to change their government, though. I definitely don't have enough to take all states. So I'm just going to start taking territories. Like, I want some of this area here. Yeah, whatever I can take, I'll take here. Especially some of the tier problems. I just want more manpower, too. So hopefully taking around the Soviet Union. That's funny, because this was actually like Latvia and other areas here. Okay, I've gone over my limit, so we'll back off a little bit. There we go. So we're taking basically this chunk here and this coastline here. Okay, so what happened? I mean, that's what the U.S. has changed them to democracy, or Mongolia to democracy. Yeah, I'm not done, Soviet Union. Still can't take all the states. I could change the Soviet Union. Do I want... we definitely need that. This whole area is absolutely worthless. I'm going to take more of this area here. Yeah, as much as... I want this coast here. I do. This is like where some of the campaigns in EU4 are kind of hard over here. Okay, I can't take that. I'll take this, though. No, I won't. Okay, what's the game doing here? Okay. They've puppeted. The Soviet Union's now a puppet. Okay, they're gonna let me keep taking states, so I might as well. Right? They made that a puppet area over there. I will just keep taking as much territory as I can here. Yeah, look, there's Turkey. You know, I think I'm pretty happy with what I've gotten here from the peace deal so far. And once like Greece and the other guys, I can't take that. I don't know what our opponents or my allies are actually taking here, but I'm perfectly happy with the amount of territory I'm grabbing here. See, this is how you grow the United Kingdom. Take over other land that's not necessarily yours. Can't take that. Need to make sure I'm connected here. This is great, though. Okay, I can't. Okay, I think that's a fair amount of territory I have. It looks like some... Is that Iran that's grabbing all that territory? I'm gonna pass twice, just give me a bunch of points here. Yeah, we're gonna border Iran here soon. I can take like 1,000 points worth of territory right now. Yeah, Iran, I'm gonna take all this worthless territory mainly to block you out, dude. You did some fighting. Yes, you gave me your army, right? But not enough. Should I just connect? I think I should just, yeah. We'll have that to 1 point. There's no infrastructure out here, which makes it basically worthless. This is hilarious of all the territory we're grabbing here. This is awesome. That's what happens when, you know, almost 1 million British people lose their lives fighting the Soviets. Grab the rest of this. No, I can't. Okay, any other Soviet territory besides this last one I'm grabbing here? I don't think so. Okay, good peace conference, everyone. I enjoyed it. We now own most of the Soviet Union. And done. So I took 120 states. Yugoslavia took 20. Oh, there's all Yugoslavia's territory here. Cool. So non-aligned in Russia. And that guy was liberated. Cool. So we now own parts of the Soviet Union here. And tell me we have some supplies out here. Good, we have some supplies, which is awesome. You know, it's awesome. We don't have a resistance map either. No one's resisting here. Well, besides the Axis powers. So Russia has their little capital. Big deal. Oh, Russia is now... whatever's left of that little state of Russia here. Whatever's left there now, they're going to be fighting the Germans with us. Okay, so Monty... It's going to take you forever, but I'm going to need you to get over here. Just to try to garrison a lot of this area here. Okay, you guys. I need to build the infrastructure up out here, and that's going to be priority number 1. Just so my troops don't die of attrition. Okay, we're going to build this up to 5 for all of them. Or somewhere around there. We'll bump them to the top of the queue here over repairs. And I want to improve our port here. And we'll bump these up also here. Because everything's just repairing anyway. Okay. Actually, 1,000 planes can fit here? Okay, Japan, you are so screwed. Okay, how much can fit right here? 800. Yeah, they're in trouble. Okay, we'll deploy 1,000 meteors here. And we will deploy a bunch of our strategic bombers, which can drop nukes over here, along with our... Well, we can't do the Barracudas. I'm surprised I didn't get any manpower from that, considering we own, like, the Soviet Union now. Is it still only our home area here? Okay, so wait, it says... Oh, non-core population's only 2%, which is 413 million. Okay, I can always bump that up, too, if I need. Okay, sir. You are going to navally invade Japan. Over here. Okay, we have another naval battle here. They lost another light cruiser. I need to find my subs again because I need to retask them. Oh, they're currently trying to sink more Japanese ships. Okay, I want you to hold here. Oh, this is destroyers. I don't care about the destroyers. I want the subs. I want you to hold. You're going to patrol... I don't know, I need coast of Japan. There we go. So now my naval invasion One more day, and we should be good. I do want to to end the part here, though, because we are running out of time. We're at 25 minutes, guys. I'll see you in the next part where we begin our invasion of Japan, and it is only a matter of time. We have our airplanes in position. We're going to invade these guys. It's going to be quick and swift. I'll see you guys then. God4Man221 signing out.